up, everyone? We are here in the Jurassic room, and today we're going to be heading on another Jurassic World Toy Hunt, and there are still some Rebirth toys I need out there, like the gigantic Thrashers that I've been talking about for weeks now. Hopefully we'll find them on this hunt, but I'm not quite sure. There's also still another Monsterverse figure that I need to pick up for my collection, and I'm sure there's a lot of other random Jurassic merchandise out there that we can find. So with all that being said, let's head out on this hunt and see what I can find for my collection. Alright, so I'm at my first stop outside of Walmart. Hopefully we can start off this toy hunt well and find anything new to pick up for my collection. I'm not sure if they're gonna have anything new figure-wise, but you just never know. I do still need the gigantic Thrashers, so maybe they'll show up. But let's head inside and see how the first stop is treating us. So here we are on the toy section, and they've got a pretty good stock of everything, as you guys can see. But again, there is nothing new that I haven't seen here for weeks upon weeks now. All the exact same Rebirth toys, which are still cool. But again, I've added all these to my collection for quite a while now. But over here with the Monsterverse stuff, look at this, guys. This is my first time seeing the Frostvark figure at a Walmart store. And honestly, I do already have one of these, but it's a really cool figure and I haven't seen it a lot. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one up and grab a second one, just so that we don't leave this Walmart empty-handed and we have something to start off this toy hunt with. It's also just really cool, and again, I haven't seen it a lot, so why not go ahead and pick up another. But other than that, they do have the one-eye figures as well, but I've seen those quite a few times recently. And other than that, it's all the same Jurassic World Rebirth stuff that we've seen for a while. But here's something hilarious, guys. As I came out of the toy aisle over here to the end cap, look how many lab lockdown T-Rexes they have. I mean, there is like 50 of them here. This is just crazy to see. I have no idea why this Walmart would stock so many lab lockdown T-Rexes, but it is kind of funny to see. But other than that, we're just gonna pick up this Frostvark figure for our first stop here at Walmart, so that we don't leave empty-handed and we start this toy hunt off pretty well. All right, so now we are outside of Target, and once again, I would be super happy with finding those new gigantic Thrasher figures, but I don't know if I'm gonna get that lucky, though I will say my good friend Paul came to this Target this morning and told me they had the Monsterverse Burning Godzilla figure that I was missing for my collection, so hopefully we can find that or just anything else new for my collection. So let's head in and see how Target's treating us this week. So here we are on the toy section at Target, and they don't have a lot of Jurassic stuff. They're honestly pretty dry when it comes to how much stock they have. They do have some of the kind of newer figures that I've seen a few times now, like the new Wave 2 Wild Roars and the Wave 2 Strike Attacks, which is pretty cool to see. But again, nothing new. I mean, the only thing I'm really looking for new is the gigantic Thrashers, and I'm still yet to see those anywhere. Now over here with the Monsterverse stuff, guys, they still got the Burning Godzilla, which is super sweet, that I needed to pick up, so I'm definitely going to be grabbing this for the collection. They've also got another Frostvark and another Mothra, and we did just pick up a second Frostvark over at Walmart, so we may go ahead and pick up a second Mothra as well, because I feel like this wave is not going to be super common. So we'll go ahead and pick up Burning Godzilla and Mothra, so that we don't leave this stop empty-handed either, so that we have a pretty decent start to our first two stops on this toy hunt. All right, so now we are outside of Dollar Tree, and this is a different location than the one that we stopped at last week. And last week we found so much new Jurassic stuff, so I'm actually really excited to see what this Dollar Tree has. So let's head in and see if there's even more new stuff. So here we are inside of Dollar Tree, and right when I came onto the toy aisle, I did find one of the Jurassic World puzzles that I've seen quite a few times now, so I'm not really interested in that. I also saw some of these Jurassic World Dominion cups, which I've seen a ton of times as well, so not really interested in that as well. But there is still some pretty cool stuff, as you guys can see. But here's where I really got excited. So if you come down one and then one more aisle over here, guys, I found a couple of new items first, I found this sticker set right here. I'm pretty sure I don't have this in my collection because it is Epic Evolution themed, and I know most of the Epic Evolution themed stuff is the newer additions to Dollar Tree, so I really don't remember picking this one up, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that. Also, they've got some of these crayons right here too, guys, which I believe are new as well. Again, Epic Evolution themed, and I don't think I've seen those either as well, so I think both of those items right here are fresh for my collection that I have never picked up before. So we're gonna go ahead and grab both of these little items so that we don't leave this Dollar Tree empty-handed. So while we didn't have quite as much success as we had at Dollar Tree last week where we found all kinds of new stuff, we did still find a couple new items, and it makes this a pretty successful stop on this toy hunt. Okay, so now we are outside of Ross, and I know last week on the toy hunt we didn't make a Ross stop, and we might not have made a stop the week before either, so I'm curious to see if they have anything new. I did see some pictures online of people finding some stuff that I haven't seen at Ross in the past, so I'm curious to see what they've got at this location, so let's head in and see what I can find. So here we are on the toy section, guys, and unfortunately, I cannot find anything Jurassic this time around, which is a bit disappointing. I think it was what I saw online was the Chaos Theory T-Rex that was showing up at Ross, but it looks like we don't have any of that. And actually, I'm silly, guys. Look at this right in front of me. We have got some of the Captives Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Mega Eggs, which I think I found at this location a couple weeks back. So those are still here for someone to pick up. I don't need them because I've already got extras for my collection. But other than that, I also saw some random dinosaur stuff like this Dino Wars Stegosaurus, whatever that is. And I don't know if there's any other dino stuff around, but I'm not really interested in all that. I only want the Jurassic stuff, obviously. So it looks like the only Jurassic things that we are gonna find at this Ross are these mega eggs right here. But again, I don't need those for my collection. So it looks like we're gonna be leaving this Ross empty-handed. But since I did see some people online post some pictures of stuff that is showing up at their Rosses, we will definitely be making more Ross stops on future toy hunts in the next couple weeks, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more success than we had at this Ross here. All right, so now I am outside of Ollie's, and I don't actually expect to find anything new, but I've came to Ollie's many times in the past, not expecting anything and finding awesome stuff, so you just never know, and I was passing by and decided to check, so let's head in and see if there's possibly something new. So here we are on the toy section at Ollie's, and I don't see anything new Jurassic at all, unfortunately. The only thing I could find was all these Hammond Collection Dr. Ian Malcolms that I've seen at this Ollie's locations for like a year or more now, and they've still got a ton of them, and $4.99 is a good price, but I've got a ton of them in my collection as well, so I'm not really interested in those. Oh, as I was looking right here, I did find one of the little basic figures right here for $4.99, which is pretty cool, the Thrasher from Epic Evolution. But again, that's something I do already have for my collection. But other than that, as I was looking around, I did not see anything new Jurassic that I was looking for my collection. So it doesn't seem like we're gonna have anything to pick up here at Ollie's, unfortunately. But like I always say, it just never hurts to check, and you never know what you find at these type of stores. Now we are back in the Jurassic room, so let's take a look at what I got on this week's toy hunt. So here is everything that I got on this week's toy hunt. So let's take a look at all of it, starting with the Monsterverse figures. And first, I finally got the Burning Godzilla, which was the last of these small Monsterverse figures that I was missing. So I'm super happy to have picked it up for the collection. It's actually really cool. I love the translucent orange plastic to it. Makes it look very much like Burning Godzilla did and King of the Monsters. So I'm super happy to have picked this one up. We also picked up a second Mothra Monsterverse figure just because I feel like this wave of figures is not going to be readily available. So I thought I might as well pick up a second of each one since they're probably going to be kind of rare. But this Mothra was too beautiful to pass up another one for the collection. And then we got one more Monsterverse figure. We got the Frostvark from Monarch Legacy of Monsters. And this one is another one that I had to pick up a second of because it's just such a unique figure and a unique creature. It's so wacky looking. And again, I don't trust these figures to have a wide distribution. So I went ahead and picked up a second of all of these really cool ones. Then at Dollar Tree, we got a couple new items that I didn't have before. We got this 100+ sticker pad right here, which is pretty cool. Nothing too crazy about it, but you can see it comes with 100+ stickers, a play scene, and 12 activity pages. Not bad for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And then the last item we got is the 24-pack of crayons with the Epic Evolution on them. You can see we've got some different dinosaurs here like Dilophosaurus. Looks like we've got Beta right there. We got the Giga, the T-Rex. Pretty cool. And again, they're just crayons. There's not really much to say about it. But for $1.25, I can't pass up anything Jurassic World. Want to see more awesome Jurassic content? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any of my content. Also, check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server for so much more Jurassic fun. The links to everything will be in the description below. Check out more awesome Jurassic videos here.